Good morning, everybody. Today is a very exciting day because we are getting some actual solid gameplay. I'm hoping this video is 13 minutes and 47 seconds of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I still can't believe is coming out in a few months. It's just unfathomable. My brain can't process that yet. Any minute now, Zelda's coming out and we're going to be playing it. It's wild. Also, before we go any further, my face is messed up from boxing. It's going to keep happening over the next 4 weeks because I have a boxing match on April 15th that I have to train for, so just excuse my swollen eyes, please. Let's get to it. It is time for the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Mr. Aonuma gameplay demonstration. I'm watching this on the Nintendo of America YouTube channel. Let's do it.
Hello everyone, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. First, I have some news.
I love news.
Development on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete.
It's done?
Thank you very much for waiting. Many of you are looking forward to this
Unfathomable.
game, and we've released a few trailers so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today and show you what it's like.
I'm so excited.
Okay?
Yep.
Let's begin.
Sounds great.
Here we are in the land of Hyrule. Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to
I
explore.
like Link's cool tattoo.
Of course, it's not just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways. If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the
It does
game
look
launches.
very similar.
In this
Make
game,
sure that I'm
the
playing this
vast
in
world of
1080.
Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
Yeah, it is.
You'll notice some land masses floating up there. We call them Sky Islands. You're
Oh, the
probably
UI looks a
wondering
little different.
something. How do you get to the Sky Islands when they're so high up?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
If we take a look, oh, something's falling from the sky. Do you see it? I
Yep.
wonder what that is. Let's head over to it.
Is that like a lift?
We're almost
Also,
at the
sorry
spot
if
where
you
the
can hear my
object
dog
fell.
chewing on his bone.
Here it is. Okay, let's use one of Link's new abilities.
This Link looks so cool. I love
If
what
you
he's
do
wearing.
this on the rock that just fell.
Ooh.
Look, it started rising.
We
This
can
power is
rewind
known
things.
as recall, which rewinds an object's movement.
Oh,
Since
that's
I just
cool.
used recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands. Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them. There are a few other Sky Islands floating here too. I made it.
I'm very curious about the potential
There
here.
are lots
a lot
of ways
potential.
to reach the Sky Islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods.
I can't wait to see like the
Okay.
physics YouTube
Now
video
we're
stuff
on a
that comes out of
slightly
this. That
bigger
was
Sky
the
Island.
coolest.
Just like on the surface, there are several man-made structures. Some trees are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though. Let's walk around for a bit.
Pretty. It's very Elden Ring.
There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later. Let's continue. Oh, something's there. This is a brand new enemy called a construct.
He's cute.
We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up. Ah, the branch broke.
I wonder
not good,
if
not good.
this is
Quick,
a demo build though,
Get another
because
branch and
it does look pretty empty. But I
we
guess
defeated it.
I thought that of the Breath of the Wild gameplay too, and it didn't end up actually feeling
Moving
empty.
on. We've now explored more of this Sky Island. As expected, fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here, and do this, look, we can stick them together. We created a makeshift hammer. This is called Fuse.
That's
You can stick
awesome.
objects together to create new weapons with various effects. Let's take on another construct with this fused weapon.
I'm so excited to see what like the community
We're dealing
does.
with two of them at once.
Like how creative we can get with this.
Oh, we beat one. The weapon's attack has definitely improved. The other
That's
branch
so cool.
broke, but this weapon has much better durability. You can do all sorts of things
Weapon
by
durability
experimenting
confirmed.
with the fuse ability. You can fuse two weapons, for example. If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range.
Oh my god. I love it. That's so
With
cool.
this, we don't have to get too
What
close
the
to
heck?
enemies, and we can safely attack from a distance. You can also fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow.
Well, I want to fuse it with some meat.
Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow and you can freeze faraway enemies.
That's such a cool evolution of the cooking mechanic.
Very useful. In addition, let's see. Ah, there's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult. Apparently, my eyes can't track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So, at times like these, here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and... Look, it
Oh.
homed in on the target.
That's cool.
Let's try this on another bird. I'll just fire in that general direction. It's very simple.
Neat. Good
Depending
idea.
on what you stick together, the fuse ability could also be beneficial for hunting.
That's really exciting.
I fused a mushroom to my shield. Now, you're probably wondering if this has any use.
I am, yeah.
Well, this mushroom is actually a puff shroom.
Oh my god, I want to
Let's fight
cosplay
an
this
enemy
Link
with
so
this.
bad. He looks so cool.
I blocked with the shield. Okay, there's smoke now. The enemies lost sight of Link, so...
Oh.
Attack!
That's really neat.
Even
Damn.
if you struggle with combat, you can take down enemies using similar methods. In the previous game, you'd usually get powerful weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon. There are even more gameplay options for sticking things together. Let me demonstrate.
Man, it's gonna be
Some
so
of the
interesting.
Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that. We need a boat.
We can fuse a boat together. I think we
Of
saw
course,
this in a
there
previous.
isn't anything that resembles a boat around here. So, we'll lift up this log and attach it to a second log.
Oh my god.
Let's do one more.
People are gonna do such
We'll bring
cool stuff
this
with
over
this.
here and attach a third log. It's a makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand. Even though the logs are currently attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft.
What is this green goop?
You can always attach things or detach them like this. Now, if we put this on the water, it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat.
Pause for a second. Okay. This is super interesting, right? And I'm very impressed. I have consistently felt like Nintendo is very innovative. I wonder if doing this means that we will have like a community of people who approach this game like Minecraft, where we just see people building giant forts and giant houses rather than actually playing the game at all. Like if we just see people building crazy stuff and it could take off in a way that Minecraft or even like a Roblox type did. Like I feel like there's so much potential for a community to use this like on YouTube or Twitch that I don't know how limited it is or like how many things you can stick together at once, but that's really exciting to me. That maybe that'll be the first thing I try is like see what crazy stuff I can build. That's very cool.
We've made a simplified version of a boat. However, it won't move in its current state, so we'll need something to propel it forward. There's something here. Let's try hitting it. Oh, wind. It's blowing wind. Looks like we found a fan. Why don't we try attaching it? We'll attach another one. This should
I wonder
make
what happens
the
if
boat
you only attach
well-balanced.
one. Like, will it just... How good are the physics?
Okay, they're attached.
Just have
All
to hit
right,
them?
let's try moving the boat.
We both...
Hey, it's moving.
Oh, what's the
It's
battery?
sailing pretty fast with the wind from the fans.
Maybe that's the fans?
Since we added 2 fans, we should be able to cross the river in no time. All right, we reached the other side. In the most recent
Oh my
trailer,
God,
we showed
it's
scenes of
so
Link riding a
nuts.
large car and a flying machine. Those vehicles actually
all
aren't in the
made.
game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own. There are all sorts of objects you'll come across in this game. And depending on how you use your imagination, you can do a lot with them. So, try crafting different things
This
and
is
explore
so
this
impressive
world at your
and not
leisure.
at all what I want from Zelda in a way that it's like, nobody asked for this, you just did
There are
something
even more
unbelievably
new
cool.
abilities.
Like, it's
Take
not
this
what you
building
expect
over
from a
here.
Zelda game at all.
Okay, watch this. Look, I passed right through the ceiling. This new ability is called Ascend. If you're in a place with a ceiling, you can go through
Can't do it everywhere.
to
I
the
wonder what
floor
that
above
is
you.
going to do in dungeons. Does this game have dungeons?
There are some
I assume
restrictions,
it has
but
dungeons.
what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere. For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here,
How do dungeons work?
come on, keep going. Okay, we emerged at the top of the hill.
They must all
In
be
the
Sky
previous
Islands.
game, you had to use stamina to climb a mountain. But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cage. If it's got a ceiling, you know what to do, right? Exactly. Oh, there's another construct. It seems to be holding a strange weapon. Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently from the previous game. Ah, it blew me away with wind.
That's cool.
Looks like it's got some sort of fan. Ah, I got pushed off. Ah, well, let's just return to the surface. You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this. It feels so good. In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land. You can also search for destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this.
Certainly the most
Let's dive into
verticality
this
of any
river.
Zelda game. He'd be dead,
And we're
but
back
okay.
on the surface. There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now.
Oh my god, I love what he's wearing. I want to
What
cosplay
did
that
you
Link,
think?
dude. I'm gonna figure out if I
Some
can
of
do
Link's
that.
new abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too.
Correct.
In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible. There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this unfamiliar Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your imagination to explore it. That's all for today.
Man.
Thank you for watching.
It's out in May, right? So, this is super interesting. Like, very, very interesting and very exciting. I'm really excited to see what other people do with this. I always love the limited edition switches. They're so nice, man. I don't need it. Oh god, I love what Link's wearing. However, everything we've seen so far of this game hasn't appealed to me that much in terms of the way that I play. I'm not the kind of player who spends a ton of time building stuff in a game, so it's very exciting. It's super unique, it's super creative, and I can't wait to see what other people do with it, but I'm actually less excited about it in terms of it being a Zelda game, if that makes any sense, at this point. Like, oh, it's an OLED model too. Oh, the Pro Controller is so nice. I'm gonna get that Pro Controller. Let me get that. That's gorgeous. Yeah, but I guess like I have a ton of faith that it's going to be a good Zelda game. Like they know how to make a Zelda game at this point, but I feel like that's the stuff I've seen less of. I'm very impressed by everything we saw here. It just isn't something I'm necessarily going to spend a ton of time doing. Or maybe I will. I'm just not usually that kind of player. I definitely get very creative with Minecraft, but I get more aesthetically creative than functionally creative. So like I like building like a big tree house or an underwater house or something that is aesthetically appealing to me. And I'm always less interested in, you know, playing with redstone or the engineering side of it. And that's what it seems like this game has a focus on. So I wonder what the balance is. Like for a player like me who's less into that kind of stuff, is it still just the core Zelda experience where we're just going to dungeons and exploring and taking out bosses and finding keys, whatever? I have faith that it will be there. It's just that we've seen a bit less of it. But yeah, that's my takeaway from this is like, I'm super impressed. It's very exciting to see what the internet does with it. It's slightly less exciting for me. So I think I'm at this point not as excited about this game as I was about Breath of the Wild. But I think it's maybe also that it's one of the first times that they've made a Zelda that's effectively in the same place. Technically they're all in the same place, but that looks so similar. So it doesn't have as much of a draw. Still very excited about it and still gonna play it. But yeah, I just hope that the core Zelda is still there. I imagine that it will be though. It makes less sense to focus on it, I guess, in their presentations when it's kind of guaranteed. It's a Zelda game. You know what you're gonna get. What you didn't expect to get is crazy crafting mechanics that look, to be fair, very cool.